Greetings, year 33 MFL members. It's a big day. Live action auction draft day. If you can say that 10 times fast. I have gone in and I have entered every keeper with the correct salary. I was also able to individually adjust everybody's salary cap number now based upon their carryover money as well as their new rookie money. Again, if you made every bid this year, you got 10 more points. If you only made some bids, then you got less than that. But again, that would not, in the old days, that was 5 million, and out of percentage wise, that's pretty small. So just be aware. All that math has been done and redone multiple times. Looking at the screen here, I noticed that what I did was I literally put your keepers on the draft board. Now I let Sleeper decide where they landed. So if they landed as a starter or landed on the bench or wherever else, then that was not me. I think I actually picked a bench spot for everybody. But it doesn't automatically put it where I say to put it. It just fills in the draft board. So just know that even though this draft board here appears to be blank, in fact, it says connection to draft lost, please rejoin. I keep getting that message on my PC, and I don't know why. But all of the players have been put in. In fact, I don't see down here the sleepers the keepers anymore, because keeper deadline is passed and all that. I think it all worked because if you go to the draft room right now, whether or not you see any players here really doesn't matter. You should see up here a max number and a in gray remaining cap number. I only have 7 more players to sign. So the fact that I have 214 points means that I can actually pay my next player 208. I can just tell you all now, news alert, I'm not going to pay any player 208. Remember again, the franchise amounts, like the biggest franchise amount I think was 120 for a quarterback. So, so just know that's the max I can pay. But that's going to come in handy again. I keep picking on the Army here, but this is Cassandra. The max she can pay anybody right now is 29. And she has only $40 left to last the season, or 40 points left to last the season. So she will probably need to monitor that number. The one thing I will tell you as far as that number goes across the board here is if I have a bunch of money and I want somebody who bids a lot to lose some money, so it looks like Kevin's got the most of anybody. So if I'm sitting here at 208 and he's sitting here at 366, I know if there's a player both of us want, he can outbid me if he really wants to. So what I would probably try to do is throw out a player, maybe that Kevin will bid on, and then get him knocked down to my level a little bit. So if I can throw out somebody that he's going to have to pay, then when someone does come up that both of us want, we're at a little bit more of an even advantage, less of an advantage on each other, if you know what I mean. So I sent some text out yesterday kind of telling you what to expect, and that was pretty spot on. There was one player, Connor, who for some reason I just kept messing his up, but we got him straightened out. So he has 77 points left, which means he can bid up to 68. I would also show here, notice this little number, I've got a 15. That's how many players I have signed, 15. That's how many players Kevin has signed, 7, 9, 7, 8, and so on. It doesn't show who they are for now, I guess because the draft hasn't started yet. So I don't know, Sleeper thinks there's some competitive advantage if people can see it now. But I can tell you as the commissioner, actually, when I look on my phone, I see what the draft board is going to look like. So to me, if Sleeper's really worried about competitive advantage, they shouldn't let the commissioner see it either. Or if the commissioner can see it, everyone should see it. But anyway, just know that I do see it, and I think we're good. So I would imagine when the timer hits, which will be 8:30 my time, 9:30 Tulsa time, 10:30 Tennessee time, all of that will fill in. All of the players that have been assigned to the draft board will be taken out of queues. If you've queued somebody who was a keeper, they should be just taken out. And all the available players on your right here, which again are not listed right now, all your available players should be just that, available. So that's my hope. There was some talk again about moving the keeper deadline up. I think there was a reason I didn't, and now I remember why. I don't like this blind draft board for one day. I actually liked it better when we could still all kind of see what was going on behind the scenes. So I may or may not change that. I did have a kind of busy day today, so it took me a minute to several stages to get things done, but I think we're good to go. Again, a big drawback, I guess, that I noticed. I do not see where you can set your limits on who you would bid on. So like CJ Stroud's out there, and if I only wanted to pay him, say, 50, I don't think there's a way for me to only pay him 50. And I think the computer, I'll be honest, I think if you lose your Wi-Fi, or if you lose your, if you have to go, or just if you want to check out early because you think let the computer handle it, I think the computer is literally going to handle it. I think one of the hugest disadvantages that presents is it will likely spend all of your money. And again, I mean, you can navigate a season without money. You lose all the tiebreakers, I guess, is the main thing, and then you don't get any carryover. We instituted a few years ago carryover money, and I think it's kind of cool to have some from year to year. So I don't know. I would say the main thing is if you're not going to make it tonight, be sure and let me know so we're not sitting around waiting for you. And if there is a problem, if you lose your Wi-Fi, or if you lose, you got to go for whatever reason, or if we do need to pause, shoot me a text, let me know, and we'll pause if I can get it done in time. I do feel like once it starts going and the rhythm starts kind of going, it's better to let it go. Because once you pause, then you got to make sure everybody's set again before you restart, or somebody's going to miss out or something like that. And I don't want to back anything up. So I don't know. Bottom line, I guess I know there's going to be at least one person on the road tonight trying to do this, and keep my number handy. Shoot me a text. I can't tell you when the draft is going. I'm not always looking for my phone. So I don't know. I probably belabored the point, but in the end, I think there's lots of good players out there, and in the end, I think it's going to be pretty competitive. That's for sure. So I think that may cover it. I'm going to pause. Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure there wasn't anything I was leaving out. Since I got to adjust everybody's budget individually, that was the one thing I was going to say. I did not have to adjust any player salaries in order to give you your rookie money back. So I was able to individually set everybody's cap based upon what money they had remaining under the cap after all the silent bidding and the keepers, and how much they had in carryover and rookie money. So all that got set kind of up front. Every time I set that for an individual team, it told me I was resetting the nomination order, which I wasn't. And then, of course, I noticed there was at least one team that I messed up on. So then I went and fixed it. It was a little bit of an issue. And I actually thought you guys could see some of the stuff I was doing, and maybe you couldn't. So it probably didn't even matter. But anyway, just know I think I'm kind of becoming a little bit of an expert on this. Believe it or not, too, when we're done, I'll be able to show you where you can find information for next year. So I'm pretty sure we don't even need the spreadsheet anymore. I really hope not anyway. So I think Sleeper was a good move. That's for sure. Couple of basic notes, actually. Remember, we're in a super flex now. We did that last year. And so you probably want to have, 2 or 3 quarterbacks maybe 3 to cover that bye week, because your super flex is usually a quarterback. Does not have to be. So if someone's out there having an Emmitt Smith type season, maybe they're your super flex if that's the case, and your quarterbacks go down. So just keep that in mind. And I think that covers it. I'll be on the draft board in the chat, making sure everybody's good. And that'll happen here, it looks like, in about 2.5 hours from now. All right. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you soon.